takes a village to raise a child. And you and I, well, we're part of a larger village. And we're joined by Dr. Kagia from Protecting Life Movement Trust and Rescue Kiota to find out what we can do to help a teenage girl in need. Hello and welcome to Sheila Lives Out Loud. So glad you're here with us. I am Sheila Mwanyege. Thank you for chancing upon this channel. Remember to click subscribe and hit notifications so you never miss an episode that we upload. We are at the glorious Westwood Hotel and it's all about Rescue Kiota. We want you to be a part of a great village that's about changing a young teenage girl's life. We live out loud with Dr. Kagia from Protecting Life Movement Trust and Rescue Kiota. Welcome.
Thank you very much, Sheila.
So as we get started, there's so much to talk about and so little time as always.
Yeah.
So tell us a little bit about yourself.
Yeah.
Who are you? Where are you from? Because we've got viewers from all over the world who are tuning in to
wonderful.
watch. So tell them a little bit about you.
Yeah, my name is Dr. Kagia. I am a consultant obstetrician gynecologist in private practice in Nairobi, in Kenya. But I'm also the chairperson of Protecting Life Movement Trust and Rescue Kiota. This is a movement that takes care of life from conception until natural death. But much more, we have a project which rescues girls who have been rejected by family or guardians. I would say that this was born when I was actually doing my postgraduate studies in gynecology at the University of Nairobi. And I saw faces of girls and women who came to be treated by me because they had either a miscarriage or an abortion. And they all were the same. A lot of pain, a lot of discouragement, and a lot of tears. And I said, wow, I wish I could do something about this in my life. And it was not until the year 2000 when a group of us were invited for a meeting by Crisis Pregnancy Ministries. And they said, what can we do to let people get aware about what abortion is? What causes abortion? Why do people go for abortions? What are the complications? Are there any alternatives? And during that time, how can we prevent legalization of abortion in the country? Mm-hmm. And it kind of reminded me that I had wanted to do something about this. And by that time, I was a chair of the Christian Medical Fellowship, which is a fellowship of doctors and dentists in the country. And so I was made the chair of this task force that was going to bring up an organization that's going to tackle all those areas of abortion. And as soon as we started doing that, I was the year 2000. You remember there was constitutional review in Kenya, and immediately there was need for people to know what is life, what is abortion, how should it be covered in the Constitution and all that, and that we did. But by the time we are doing the second referendum, there was this big issue. You people who are Christians are saying that girls should not be allowed to abort. But if they come to church and they get pregnant, you throw them out. You are parents, you are Christians. If they get pregnant, you throw them out. How can you come and tell us not to give them a solution? And it became very clear to us that this unplanned pregnancy is actually not a medical issue. It is a social problem. So if you can sort out the social issue, this girl will be okay. And by throwing her out, you are giving her a social problem and compounding it. Yeah. And as you know, Sheila, the worst thing that anybody can do to you is to reject you, particularly when it comes from the people who love you. So we thought, how can we come up with a social solution to this social problem? And we thought, why don't we start a rescue center where anybody who is thrown out can come quickly, first and foremost, get accommodation, get counseling, and a shoulder to cry on as somebody who will give them love, somebody who will give them life skills. Many of the girls are not empowered in decision making. So how can you do that? And being a Christian organization, connect them to God through Bible studies. So we want to facilitate a safe delivery and antenatal care. So we partner with the institutions of health that are around to make sure that they have a safe delivery. And then, of course, we ask them about their background. Are you able to look after this baby? Some of them cannot look after the baby, so they give them up for adoption. And we facilitate that as well. And for those who want their babies, but they cannot be able to look after them now, we facilitate fostering. And they can go see their children in the children's homes, but when they are settled, they'll go back, and pick their child and take the child home.
Wow.
Yeah.
Have you had cases where parents will come back for their children from the Kiota and take not just the daughter back, but take the daughter and the baby back? Has that ever happened?
You know, this kind of anger is very short-lived. That's what we've discovered. And yet it's very dangerous. Because during that anger, you can lose a grandchild or lose the girl herself if she commits suicide or gets complications of abortion. Because they are rejected, we don't get in touch with the family. So we get them away, give them accommodation, and give the parents time to cool down and think about their daughter. While the daughters now reconcile with themselves first, and then realize maybe they made a mistake, they realize that's not the end of life, you discover that they say, please, you can call my parents now. So we are the ones who call the parents or the guardians and tell them, oh, we have your daughter here.
Right.
Oh, she's pregnant. She was pregnant, you know. Or she had just given birth. So you are grandparents of a nice little boy or a little girl. And you find very many parents who will come for their daughters. We opened the first home in Muranga in 2011.
Right.
And out of that house, we have rescued 95 girls.
Wow.
We opened a second home in the coast, South Coast, Kwale, in 2015. We've rescued 12 girls through there. So we have had 107 girls. And out of that, 95 of them who have delivered, most of them have gone back home. We've had only 3 adoptions. We have had only 3 fostered. We have had those who are orphans and they have nowhere to go to. So we connect them to the children's homes and they are admitted to children's homes. So you can imagine a child being admitted in a children's home with her baby. So 10 of them. All the others have been readmitted back home.
That's good news.
In fact, I remember 3 of them were picked before they delivered. Right. And the parents said, oh, it's only her who just got angry. We were not very bad. So she's come back home. Let her come. And we follow them up to make sure that these girls actually were taken care of.
And
they've delivered safely and they have gone back to school.
You need to expand. There is an initiative, Jenga Kiota. We need to all be a part of the village that is raising good children.
Yes.
And I'd like you to now tell us a little bit about that particular initiative.
Actually, to get to a home, we never had any house. We go and ask people to give us their idle houses. Idle means that you have a house somewhere, mainly in the rural areas, which you don't use at all. So they give us that house free, without any rent. And we established the Kiota there by getting various churches or denominations coming together and establishing the program. So that even the running of it is going to be cheaper. Because if you have harvested bananas, you bring us a banana. If you have maize, you bring maize. You know, something like that. You want to buy them unga, you want to buy them sugar, things like that. But recently, last year, a lady felt that God had told her to give us 1 acre of land in central Kenya, in Muranga, to build our own home instead of just borrowing accommodation, and we don't know for how long that giving will be. So we want to put up a building that can house at least 40 girls at any given time.
Right.
We want to have a place they can have conference, where they can have their skills lab, because we teach them skills.
The world's still waiting for them. They're still productive. They can still add to the development of the nation and the economy.
Yeah. So We help them to do things like beadwork, make liquid soap, do tie and dye, all those things. So we need rooms which you can do for that. Right. They are usually looked after by a house mother and a deputy house mother. So we also want to accommodate those two in the house. So we want to put up a block. And we are asking everybody to come in and join with us so that we can put up a house.
What sort of initiatives have you got towards fundraising? I know in being able to sit here together, it's getting the message across. So we're raising awareness and we're also letting people know about what's happening. Do you have a bake sale? Do you have a marathon? What's going on that we can plug into?
We are trying to use various methods. And we are trying to do also what is not usually used. In the past, we've had fundraising dinner, fundraising cocktail, and things like that. But to put up a building, you need a lot of money. So we're using all the methods put together. We've gone to our partners. Our partners are the churches. We've approached some corporates and asked them to give us some money. We've gone to individuals. And then we thought that the greatest group of people whom we are serving are the youth. Right. So we are saying, can we ask the youth to partner with us and Jenga Kiota? So that if he's a young man, you say, I gave a little of my money to rescue a girl who was rejected because she was pregnant. I wouldn't want my girlfriend to end up there. If it's a girl, she'll say, yes, I gave a little money. For a girl who was rejected, I dare not get pregnant so that I don't end up there. So we've developed a social media marketing strategy. Again, we got some young people, social media marketers. They're using Facebook, they're using Twitter. I hear there's something called Instagram.
Yes, it's quite fun too. I think you would be quite happy there. I'll show you how it works.
Whatever they are. So they are going to do that.
Yes.
They are also trying to use, we're going through people who are known like you, who have a following, and we ask you, can you market that for us? Right. So that people can come in. The other day, I met with the CEO of the Private Schools Association, and he said that this is a very good project. And he told me, but you know, that project is not yours. I said, whose is it? You know, you don't want to lose ownership. He said, no, it belongs to God and it belongs to people, the society.
Exactly.
So go to the society and let everybody in the society come up and put up this building.
Right.
And we help our girls. Because, you know, those pregnancies know no education status. They don't know racial status. They don't know educational status. They don't know religious status. They don't know the color. They don't know anything. Girls just get pregnant. Yes. So they belong to all of us. So why don't we all come up and build this house?
Yes, it's our house.
It's our house.
Village.
It's our own village. It's our own house. And we have a pay bill number, which is 93210. The account is very easy. PLMT, Protecting Life Movement Trust. Right. And if you do that, then the money will go. And I want to hasten to say that we shall be able to account for every shilling, every cent that you send.
I would like you to speak to a young teen who's watching, someone who's just discovered. It could have been the first time that they engaged in sexual activity and are now pregnant. They don't know who to talk to, and they're living in fear or contemplating very difficult days ahead. What would you like to say to them?
I'd like to tell that little girl, a pregnancy does not mean life has come to an end. No. There's so much ahead of you. This may be an experience which will turn around your life, make you more serious in your work, in your studies, wherever you are. So do not feel that you are finished. 2, talk to us at the Protecting Life Movement Trust. You can call us on 0721 376 742. 0721 376 742, and we'll be ready to talk to you because we think we need to work with you. It is a very emotionally draining state. One feels a lot of fear You can fear for yourself. You think your parents will kill you. But I want to assure you, parents may tell you, I'll kill you if you get pregnant, but they don't mean it. They will not kill you. They can't kill you. So just get courage and come to us, and we shall help you. And at the same time, talking to you parents, I'm sure there are some parents watching. Please, let's love our children. Whether they are pregnant or not pregnant, whether they are being good or doing bad, they are still our children. And there's a lot that happens in growing up, as you all know. Some of them will be out of experimentation. Others will be out of naivety. Others will be caught up by somebody who is a rapist or something. Others will be cheated. Whatever they are, please love your girl. Please love her. Should she get pregnant, don't think that's the end of life. You may feel a bit embarrassed, but she's still your daughter. So please walk the journey with her. Don't let her feel rejected. Because at the end of it, even if she died, you know she'll still be buried with your name. Right. She'll still be your daughter. So let us love our children and let us support them.
Thank you so much, Dr. Jean. I read somewhere that we make mistakes.
Yes.
Mistakes don't make us.
No, they don't.
And when we're dealing with teenagers, we can expect mistakes to happen.
Yes.
But we shouldn't let their lives be defined because of those mistakes.
No, we shouldn't.
And so walk with you, we must.
Yes, we must.
Do your bit. Join Dr. Jean Kagia and a host of other well-meaning citizens of not just Kenya, the world, who are all about doing the right thing. Of course, we've given you the details and the numbers, and we'll continue to share more details on the pay bill number and how you can be a part of Jenga Kiota. Let's do this. We can make it happen. Be sure to check out my social media site for that information and more. But we must sign off from the Westwood Hotel. Thank you for catching up with us. And remember, as always, click subscribe, hit notifications, tell a friend, and live out loud in all that you do. Bye for now.
Bye. Bye. Thank you.